King, what are you doing? What are you doing, baby? Good morning, Facebook. Hi, guys. Who that? Hi, Mary Jo. Hi, Mary Jo. Good morning. It's beautiful and sunny out this morning, but it's not warm. That's okay. We'll go out and run anyway. Happy Tuesday. Yay, coffee. Got your coffee, Mary Jo? David's on. Karen's on. Good morning, guys. Meredith, hi. Big Dave. How you guys doing? Yay, fun part of the morning. So how you guys doing today? Happy Tuesday. Yeah, so 4 miles today. Got to do 4 miles today. This week is kind of a wind down kind of a week leading up to the half marathon Sunday. What would have been the half marathon Sunday, but still going to run it. Still going to run the distance Sunday. It would have been the Flower City half that we were preparing for and that we run every year. Well, a few of us run every year. I've done for like the last 5 years or so. The Rochester Flower City half, which has actually been moved to October, so we get to do the training all over again, which is cool. So once we can go back to the center and have classes again and stuff, I'll do another couch to half marathon class, which isn't actually couch to half marathon. It's like, 5K to half marathon, but we get to do that class all over again, and that's fun. And so we'll do that through the summer and stuff. So this week I'll do 4 today, 3 tomorrow, 2 on Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday will both be rest days. So and then Sunday will be 13.1. I will do along my usual route along the canal, so it's nice and flat. Nellie, good morning. I've never seen that zip up. Is it new? Mary Jo, come on. Have you really been that long since you've been into the center? Oh no, you need to come back, please, when we open. New-ish, I guess? I don't know. A year, maybe? I don't know. Lindsay would be able to answer that. Lindsay, if you're on. Ariana, one of you guys. How long have we had these? With the zip on the arm. Anyway, not long, but Mary Jo, come back and get one. And then stay. Anyway, so kind of bringing the miles down this week to just running just to keep the legs fresh and not lose any momentum, but kind of going a little bit easier. So today was kind of weird. I kind of woke up I woke up at like 4 this morning and could not get back to sleep for the life of me. I just had, my brain just started going the minute my eyes opened and I realized what time it was. So might be a good day for an afternoon nap today. I'm going to try and unplug as much as I can. Yesterday was, so it was brought in mind of a couple of different quotes. One of my favorite classics from Ralph Waldo Emerson is about the day and not carrying, like if you have a bad day, not carrying it into the next. I'll read his specific quote, but it's one that really speaks to me today, and I'll explain why in a second. It says, "Finish each day and be done with it. You have done what you could. Some blunders and absurdities no doubt crept in." Yes, absolutely. "Forget them as soon as you can. Tomorrow is a new day. You shall begin it serenely and with too high a spirit to be encumbered with your old nonsense." That's Ralph Waldo Emerson. Emerson and Thoreau and a lot of those guys really are some of the classic They were wrote a lot about nature and spent a lot of time out in the wilderness and writing about nature and things like that. So they're a couple of people that I respect very much and try and keep their quotes in mind. But yeah, yesterday I kind of let my my inner critic out, and it really I felt some kind of way about it by the end of the day. I felt like I had let the I don't know if anybody's a Lord of the Rings nerd like I am, but Smeagol and Gollum. So Gollum is Smeagol's sort of alter ego who or split personality who he allows to sort of take the brunt of all of the bad things he feels like he's done in his life, right? So it's his way of sort of coping with that. And I think that we've all got an inner Gollum that, you know, comes out from time to time, and mine definitely came out yesterday. And just as opposed to being an inner critic, I was an outer critic. and you know, we're all human, and it happens, and it happened for me yesterday, and I felt bad about it, but I'm going to try and leave that in yesterday. And, you know, someone who I also respect very much, who is in my actual life right now, brought up a quote yesterday about being lighting a candle instead of cursing the darkness. And it was a good reminder for me of, you know, it's easy to point out what's wrong. It's harder and more necessary for us to be the light and to look for the light and to point out, you know, the good things instead. So that's kind of my Mondays are always pretty rough. I have a lot of Zoom calls and a lot of meetings, and it's a rest day, so I don't get to run, so I don't get to process. So Mondays and Fridays are both kind of like that, but Monday is harder because it's like, great, it's like the beginning of the week. So at least Friday I can be like, okay, at 3 o'clock I'm unplugging, I'm turning everything off, and I'm done, and it's pizza movie night or whatever. But Monday I have like the rest of the week to think about as well. So it's a little harder than Friday, but they're both pretty similar. A lot of time on Zoom and having to look at myself all day and not a lot of running. So it's kind of hard. So I'm going to I got a couple of meetings today too, but I'm going to keep it. At least I get to run, to go 4 miles today and process things. So that's what I'm going to take from yesterday. I'm just going to be a little forgiving of myself, ask for forgiveness where I need to, and then just be done with it. And start today with too high a spirit to be encumbered by my old nonsense. How's that sound? I think a month into the whole physical distancing thing is starting to wear on folks, and me included. Yeah, right, David. Seriously, yesterday seemed to be like, I noticed it not just in me, but in others as well. A lot of, I think there's a lot of frustrations, let's say, welling up and maybe coming out at this point in our distancing. And I think to a certain extent that's natural, and we need to expect that, but instead of feeding into it, maybe we try and do something different and light a candle, right? And trying to be that light for others who need it, and not not cursing the darkness along with them, but really trying to. And when I think about people that, you know, I get that sort of warm feeling about. It's people who tend to, you know, be able to reframe things very well and not feed into the negativity, but really sort of look for the best in the situation, not to the point of exclusion, not to the point of being in denial about bad things that are happening, but really sort of putting it in a proper place and reframing things in a more positive light. Like, what can we use this for? What good can we find out of it? Those are the people that, you know, that I want to surround myself with. And so I want to be that person for other people as well. So I will try and just learn what I can from yesterday, and then take today and do better, right? That's all we can do. That's all we can do. I can't go back and change yesterday. I can just learn from it and do better today. So that's what I'm going to do. how's that? Mike Downey, I can't believe you're on. Miss you, and I miss everybody. Renee's on. Yeah, Meredith, it's starting to wear. Yeah, I'm noticing it too, and others as well. So, right, how do we honor that? Because it's not wrong. I think it's natural and it's human to have something so extraordinary like the circumstances that we're under right now to wear on us, right? It's not, that's just human. And we can't beat ourselves up about it for too long. We can try and do better, but I think it's natural, and recognizing it in others it is also natural, and not beating them up for it either. But really trying to not feed into it, but be that light for other people. That's what I'm going to try and do and be, but also honor the fact that some days I'm going to have a rough time. Like, we're all going to have rough times, right? And that's why we have each other. So when I'm having a rough day, hopefully you're not having a rough day, and you can lift me up, and then, vice versa. So that's what you guys do for me, and I really appreciate that. All of my friends, all the folks that join me every day on the live feed here. This is not just a one-way talk. This is totally reciprocal. I get so much out of this as well, and almost some days to the point where I feel guilty for taking it because you guys, you're there for me when I need it as well. So you are the candle in the darkness for me as well. So hopefully, I can give back a little bit of that as well from time to time. If you do get out today, it's not, so I don't think it's supposed to stay that cold today. I'm going to go do 4 today. Like I said, we're going to bring the mileage down a little bit before running a half on Sunday. So continue to keep checking in. I know I'm trying to also limit my exposure to, some of the media and stuff like that, social media, established media, what have you. But, check in with your people, check in with us. We've got folks all day long. Brian does a great meditation at 11. Again, I know I said I was going to try and add an afternoon meditation. Now I'm really going to, because, what I was talking about with yesterday and everything else, I immediately felt better after I meditated this morning. I just felt like a big weight off me, and had some of those epiphanies while I was doing it. So I'm going to try and add an afternoon meditation today, and not give into the energy drain of the afternoon. Do some meditating. We got Brian at 11, Kirsten at noon, Chelsea at 2, Lisa at 3, and again we wrap up with Yana's reflections at 5:30. So as much as you can, reach out, give support, get support, whatever you need. I'm going to post in the comments, again, a link to all the virtual Zoom support meetings that we have connections to on our Facebook page, along with our peer support line, if you guys need it, if you want it. We have our outreach and engagement specialists who are here and available to help out if anyone's having rough times. So there's plenty of support out there. I would say use it if you need it. I know that I need to reach out to my supports more, and so I can hopefully light a candle for you all, and you do the same for me. So I'm gonna go run here and get this over with, and I will talk to you tomorrow morning at 7:30, and we'll have coffee again. Thanks for joining me. You guys are awesome, and if I didn't address your comments here, I will do it afterwards in the comments. Thanks, guys. Hope you have a great Tuesday. Love you all. Thanks again. Peace.